This kitchen remodel meant so much because I knew the impact it could have on my family's life and our lifestyle. I didn't like my kitchen before. I thought it was outdated, dark, and it didn't function. Getting ready with 3 kids in the morning was very painful because there was not enough space where someone could cook or to go back and clean a dish. I love to host, and I like to have friends and family and neighbors and community. I couldn't do it in the kitchen that I had, so I dreaded entertaining. I felt embarrassed. I felt like I couldn't tell my story. The floor plan was so tricky. Once I figured out that floor plan, then I had to find the money. And then once I saved up the money, then I had to find the contractor. Then I had to become mentally prepared to go without my kitchen for months. That is a big step to take as a family of 5. Welcome to the construction zone. All of my furniture that we have to find a new home for when they do the hardwood floors. Kitchen and crew are back there. And these are all of the cabinets. So during a kitchen remodel, everything is an extra step. My coffee pot is upstairs. Over here is my refrigerator, and come and see my kitchen. This is the new temporary kitchen. Silverware here, pantry, blender, Ninja, whatever it's called. Oh, this is where we chop. A toaster. It's a little bit rough, and so now we're camping, we're glamping, and we're not eating very well. We're doing a lot of grilled chicken and salads in a bag, but oh well. So this is where the refrigerator is gonna go, and here is where the sink is gonna go. And I had to think long and hard about that because I had a really pretty window over there. But remember, my dream is the island. I want a big island. When we wrap around here, this is gonna be a workhorse side for me. I wanna put in a pot filler here. Floating shelves are super trendy. They're make a kitchen feel a little bit more open and airy. And since my kitchen was so dark, since I don't have a lot of natural light in my kitchen, I didn't want it to be top heavy, so I chose to eliminate all upper cabinets and only use floating wall shelves. It's going to match the wood from the floor. I have a gorgeous white oak. They're going to be stunning. They're going to be beautiful. There's a lot of moving parts. Sometimes the most simple looks have the most complicated details. My kitchen is a very dark kitchen. It doesn't get a lot of light at the end of the day, and that's normally when we're in here. The idea of getting a little bit more light through here is exciting emotionally for me. This window goes so much higher, but then he's gonna add this transom, so we're gonna even out that height up there. It's an emotional kind of situation for me because I don't feel good in rooms that are dark. I really like to see outside, so I think that this is gonna be great. We lived for 2.5 years with mismatched hardwood, so I wanted to connect that space. The hardwood floors I was dreading because remodeling is stressful. Remodeling is tough. I kept reminding myself for that week that we had to be out of the house that I would have never been happy in the kitchen with those floors. It does make remodeling a little bit tricky because instead of just doing a kitchen remodel, we have to move all of our furniture on the first floor, and then we have to go to a hotel for a night or 2. But in the end, I would not be happy with these floors and my new kitchen. So I knew I had to do both together. So this is exciting. Good news. White oak, and it goes all the way through. When remodeling your kitchen, go to your local swim club and use their grill. Say hi, Blake. Fried rice tonight. We have a block of granite that's going to go back here, and it sticks out about 1 1/8 of an inch. If we put that back here, it could push everything out forward. We want it to look a little bit more flush, and so it's creating some dialogue here with how do we build this, because we can build it a couple different ways. We've got a very heavy piece of titanium quartzite, and then it's going to have a pot filler on top of it, and we have to figure out a way to support that weight of this guy. So this is going to be the showplace, the focal point. So I'm excited about that. Okay, so let's go look at what I'm putting on my countertops. It's this quartzite. It's Taj Mahal, but it's brushed. This quartzite is one of the strongest countertops that's out there. It is amazing, really soft, has great movement, and again, it's a brushed or a leathered, so it doesn't have that real high sheen. So I think it'll add some softness and some warmth. The construction is almost always the hardest part for everyone. And so I took a really long time to find the construction team that I wanted to partner with. And unfortunately, it was still tricky. It was still challenging. We had a lot of hiccups, a lot of issues with the drywall. These shelves were just a challenging design. Some walls that weren't straight. My hood was actually crooked. It was not level. I'm going to just tell you the truth. I made a big mistake. One of the things that I tell all of my clients is always have your plumbing and your electric inspected. My kitchen remodel was going on almost 5 months. It was becoming very painful. It was taking a very, very long time. And so I made a giant mistake. I told my contractor we did not need to get my plumbing and electric inspected. A couple of months after my kitchen was remodeled, the plumbing became disconnected from the dishwasher and the sink and flooded my beautiful hardwood floors. As a professional, I should have had it inspected, and I didn't. We had to spend over $10,000 redoing our hardwood floors. Because the hardwood floors go all the way through, we tried to piecemeal it and patch it and just do the portion where it was flooded and cupping. It didn't match. It normally doesn't. So we had to completely redo all of our floors for the second time in 1 year. And it was painful. Never take design or construction shortcuts. The thing that I am most excited about is our organization. And I didn't want my kids to grow up in a kitchen or a home or a space where we didn't keep things neat and tidy. I wanted to show them that we respect our home. And so now this kitchen is so easy to stay organized. Being able to see in every nook and cranny of my kitchen is so exciting because the whole family loves to cook. We have a lot of gadgets. So we have all of these different cooking utensils, and I know where they are. The kids know where they are. And cooking is fun, and it's just more peaceful. One of the things that I have been most surprised about with our kitchen remodel is the amount of teenagers that are in my kitchen now. It is filled with friends, family, neighbors, and teenagers. And if you can build a kitchen where teenagers want to hang out, that is a major success. The second thing that I am so pleasantly surprised about is how much joy the open shelves bring me. It was a risk because I would have to stay tidy because those are our everyday dishes and those are our everyday glasses. And so I'm happy about that. I get to see outside, I get to see my backyard, and I'm happier because of the light. I made a big, dramatic design decision. My hood, my backsplash, with my colors, with my textures, the details, the function, the nuts and bolts are a game changer. Whenever a guest comes over, they just help themselves, which is the kind of house that I want. Mi casa es su casa. Please come on in, make yourself a drink. I just smile because I know that they're comfortable. And so if I can psychologically help someone feel better in their space, then that makes me have so much design happiness. And it all came together and it all works. I am so design happy, and that brings me a lot of joy.